Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how I built this airboat out of stuff I would normally build an airplane out of. It's been a fun little boat, but it is a boat. It's not an airplane, so it's a bit boring. But I'm going to show you how I built it anyway. So the first thing I wanted to do was build a pivot for the motor. So I started off with a 1/2 inch thick piece of MDF and cut a little rectangle out of it and marked where I wanted the hinge line to be. I drilled a hole through it where the hinge line is that would fit a 1/4 inch bolt. Then I drew this zigzag shape on it and cut it out. So now I've got the two pieces of the hinge. And then I sanded them until they were round and put the bolt back through with a nut so they would act like a hinge. Now for the motor mount, I got a piece of plywood and cut some holes in it. And then I stuck it to one side of the pivot, and then I put my motor on it. And then I needed a control horn, so I cut one out of plywood and attached it right where the motor was. And then I zip tied a servo to the other end of the pivot and attached that to the control horn. Then I zip tied a speed controller on there and attached that to the motor. And then I put some fiberglass legs on it. So for the boat shape, I started off with 2 chunks of blue styrofoam and glued them together. And then for the front of the boat shape, I cut out these 2 templates out of high density fiberboard. And then I made just a hand bow really quick by taking a fiberglass rod, cut some slits in the ends, and then stretched a piece of nichrome wire across it. And then I cut that shape out using the templates. Then I took the templates off and sanded it up a little bit, and then I think I coated it with a layer of polyurethane because I didn't know if the foam would absorb water or not. So anyway, to attach the motor to the boat, I cut out a little piece of plywood and glued that to the back of the boat right in the middle. Drilled a couple holes in it that were big enough to fit the legs of my motor mount through, and then just glued the legs in the holes. And I glued the receiver right onto the boat and duct taped a big 2-cell battery to it. And then I put a GoPro on the front. That was mostly for weight. I thought it should be balanced. And I just took it out to the lake and tried it out. So it works pretty well. If I knew more about boats, I could probably make it a lot better, but I know next to nothing about boats. You have to give this pretty much full throttle to get it to pop out of the water and hydroplane a little bit. But I like driving it around even though it's kind of slow most of the time. So thanks for watching.